and enjoy your stay in Milwaukee.
Back in action is Chris Joseph. They're more than happy he is suited up and ready to play. We're happy to have you with us for 2K Sports midweek presentation of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. Now a chance to check out our starting lineups. One of the guys we'll be watching out for today, Anthony Davis.
And what you love about him is just the way he hits the offensive glass. I mean, he knows that those are the easiest points for him, when he can find a loose ball, get an offensive board, and put it back into the basket.
And another thing that stands out about him, Steve, he has the ability to score even with defenders draped all over him. He's so strong around the goal.
This is the last stop for the Pelicans before returning to New Orleans. Going up against a capable opponent, but you see their confidence. This one they feel they should win. They'll look to come out strong and show they're the better team.
Kevin, this team has been a total surprise. I mean, a lot of people didn't feel like they'd be this good, but they've come together as a group. The sum of the total is better than the individual parts, and that's evident with this group.
And that's the lesson here, Clark. It doesn't have to be about individual talent if all the pieces fit together perfectly. The players on this team complement each other beautifully.
Well, Anthony Davis is such a difference maker defensively. I mean, it's almost like anything he contributes offensively is a bonus, but he's shown signs that his scoring could be special in its own right.
That's good.
Perseverance paying off on the offensive boards, guys.
Here's Holiday. They set the pick. Kicks it to Kaman, and Henson sends it back. Mayo with it, and Kaman picks him up defensively. He had a nice open look right there. And going back to Anthony Davis offensively, his skinny frame holds him back from being a post scorer, but a good field goal percentage and free throw percentage, he's obviously got those things down.
Yeah, and the second part of that is really encouraging, because when you have a shooting touch that allows you to face up offensively and space the floor, now you combine that with all those skills Davis has on the low block, he's got a chance to be really special.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
Pass to Q, and they get it. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Q's got himself on the board with three there.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading punches, that's how you answer.
Knight against Holiday. Shoots. Another shot, and good. A nice layup that time from Sanders. Sanders has got his second basket of the night. So for Milwaukee, their last game, a win against the Boston Celtics.
Yeah, it didn't seem to be much of a challenge for them in that game. It seemed like they scored at will. Not much defense that they were facing.
Yep, they had the defense on its heels early the entire game, and actually nearly the entire game, and no matter what unit was out there, looked like a mismatch to me.
First personal foul, first team foul.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Pelicans trail by 4. Here's Q, the dish to Davis. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
What a play. The hoop plus the harm.
Excellent concentration on the finish. That's big time. Well, for those of you who've been sleeping or under a rock for the last few years, Anthony Davis, the #1 pick of the 2012 NBA draft, is 6'10", with a 7'6" wingspan. The all-time NCAA freshman record holder for blocks in the season and a potential superstar big man in the NBA.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played, the Pelicans have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. And it's blocked by Henson, and they'll keep possession. Bucks leading by 4. Henson sets a screen for Mayo. To the paint, off the pick. And Henson gets it to go on the assist by Mayo. And for Davis, outstanding in the NBA from day one.
Yeah, defensively, an elite shot blocker and rebounder, and offensively, very talented as a ball handler and finisher. He just needs to get stronger, and as he grows, as he matures, I think Davis will be a perennial all-star.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 7 of 9 from the field. A really nice start offensively for them. Shots good by Butler.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play, they're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
For the New Orleans Pelicans, their last game a loss to the Raptors in Toronto.
Yeah, I thought their defense in that game was about as shaky as it could be. At home, that kind of defense isn't going to cut it. Never mind if you're on the road.
They really look tired to me, and I don't know if they had travel issues or if they were out too late, but something was amiss because they had no energy.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Monty Williams address his team. He was intent on running the offense through Q. Coach putting the pressure squarely on his shoulders by asking him to be the key man in the offense. It's not something they ask of him every game, but when they do, he can usually handle it. He also wants to see a patient offense, work for the shot, move the ball around, and as he told them, quote, if you don't see a good shot, find someone who does. So a very quick reaction to a shaky start as Coach makes some early adjustments. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks a lot, Doris.
And you love the concentration. It's hit, but stays with the play.
Yeah, he showed a lot right there. Plenty of concentration, finding a way to get that shot to fall.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Pachulia, he's checked in for Sanders. Udo comes in for John Henson. And it's Carter in for Caron Butler. Now here's Mayo. Coming off a stellar performance against Boston. Goes back up. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And here we have the 2K leaderboard showing us the teams with the best free throw percentage during the past month. Pelicans, #1.
Yeah, they've had a lot of success from the free throw line, so I would look for them to continue to attack the rim.
The first free throw is good.
Pelicans ended up being the name that New Orleans chose when it was all over. And I like the new look uniforms, but they had some other options as well that sounded pretty good to me. How about the brass? Because it gives nod to the music that New Orleans has popularized.
Steve Nash checked in for Drew Holiday. And the basket by Gordon. Bucks leading by 7. Knight gets a screen from Udo. Knight kicks to Carter. No good on the triple. Well, definitely a nice sounding name. Other options were the Swamp Dogs, the Bull Sharks, the Mosquitoes. Steve, all in all, you have to think they went the right way with the Pelicans.
I don't know. My personal favorite was the Rougarou. I don't even know what that means, but that was in the mix. Would have puzzled a lot of other people around the country besides me. But better than Mosquitoes, that's for sure. Pelicans was probably the right way to go.
And here's Nash. Vince Carter getting it to go from deep. And here's Gordon from outside. But they get it back. Q passes to Anderson. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Here's Q. Tries again. No good. And Milwaukee will come the other way, getting their first look of the season at this Pelicans team.
And you look back at a year ago, they played twice during the regular season, each side winning once.
Pelicans trail by 10. Nash kicks to Gordon. There's the 3. Knight grabs the board. Knight's got his third rebound on the night. It's O.J. Mayo on the wing. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. Knight's got 5 assists in the game. And speaking of their season series last year, Steve, we're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Up front, it's Henson and Sanders. Mayo out there with Brandon Knight. And it's Butler in at the 3. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Q, here's Kaman. Makes it off the glass.
What an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender, giving up so much size, there's no way he's going to get a hand on him.
Outside Butler. Taken away by Holiday. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. They set the pick. Gordon with it. Butler covering. Four on the shot clock. Here's Q. It's hauled in by Butler.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Knight dishes to Butler. Nice job coming off that screen. Butler's got 6.
And what I like about him, he needs very little time to get his shot off. If he has just a bit of room, that's all it takes. In a catch-and-shoot situation, he's going to let it fly.
And another specialty of his is the 3 ball from the corner. That's his signature shot.
No good from Q. Bucks leading by 8. Pass to Knight. Plenty of space. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter.
O.J. Mayo is out of USC. He's in his 6th season in the NBA, fellas, and he was considered the top player in his high school class. Very, very highly regarded. He's yet to be a star at the professional level, but I think he's looking to solidify himself as a quality starter.
Beautiful work in the transition game.
That's how to do it. Attack early before the defense can get itself set.
Looking to end his cold spell. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
But there was some style there, Kev. It was a pretty sweet one-handed flush.
And for O.J. Mayo, 6'4" player. Some people saw him as a guy who could play point guard, shooting guard. He's just a player, though. He can do a lot of things on the floor.
He's a decent ball handler, but he's a shooting guard. I mean, he can be a little bit of a combo guy, but for the most part, he's out there to score. And most of those points coming off jump shots. He had no problem knocking down that shot, and a little more damage inflicted on another defensive lapse.
Out to the wing. Here's Q. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. 9 points for Q.
Great interplay there between those two teammates.
Now the feed to Sanders. The kick out to Mayo. Fires the 3. Count that one. Mayo's got 10.
How about the passing here? Moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Hi, Kev. Well, Q in their last time out against the Raptors got the job done. He dropped in 26 points, and as he had the typical big game assist-wise, finding open men to come away with a healthy assist total, too. He seemed to be everywhere on the floor the entire time and really was the star of the show, Kevin.
Appreciate it, Doris. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players have a lot of great games, but that Clark was something special.
Kevin, it really was. I mean, they threw everything but the kitchen sink at him, and nothing slowed him down.
Well, let's just say he was really good.
Looky here, looky here. How about that one? That play, take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook for future reference.
Perfectly done. He put it on a platter for him.
He
Gosh,
sure
that was
did.
neat.
And how about the touch on the finish, too? That was really nicely done.
And here's Mayo from the arc. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Holiday, the pass to Q. Feeds it to Gordon. Q, guarded by Mayo. And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Q.
You know, in Larry Drew's case, it was a bit of an unusual situation once the season concluded. He was in the final year of his deal. The Hawks said we'll interview other candidates and left him free to interview for other head coaching positions, and he landed in Milwaukee.
Kaman inside. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Kaman's got 4 points this quarter.
He's making it look easy scoring out there because he's much more efficient here in the second.
Bucks leading by 10. Well, Stephen, back to Coach Drew, of course, he ended up signing with the Bucks.
Well, that was an interesting move for him to go from Atlanta to Milwaukee. You know, the Hawks were one of the better defensive teams in the league last year. I think that's what the Bucks saw in Drew. And that's the idea, for him to really help this team get the most out of its players, particularly defensively.
Davis, nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk. They'd love to get more of those, the easiest 2 points possible. And on a fierce finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead, Kevin.
Yeah, that's why they've got to tighten up their D. And I'd be surprised if the defense allows any more free runs to the hoop like that.
That's good.
And it was almost like he was surprised to be that wide open, yet he knocked it down.
Milwaukee's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Down low. And stolen by Kaman. To the middle. The shot by Holiday, no good.
You know, typically, guys, he has the body control to finish when he's in that tight. I'm not sure what happened there.
That drops. And that's 13 points for O.J. Mayo.
A little confusion defensively.
Hey, you know what? He sent the D a little message with that three.
And Holiday kicks to Kaman. Q, defended by Butler. This is it to Gordon. Just 5 on the clock. Q passes to Holiday. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Boy, they've really dominated on the glass, and of course they've done a lot of good things here tonight, but the rebounds have played a major factor.
Hey, Steve, you know rebounding always one of the key barometers in determining the victor.
Kaman a screen. Here's Q. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And that does it for the first half of play. Milwaukee on top, up by 11. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Gentlemen, I'm here with Coach Larry Drew. Pretty impressive play out there, Coach. How were you able to take control early and then maintain it?
Well, we've been playing at a really good pace. We got it, got to a good start very early. It's important that we dictate the rhythm of this game. I thought we've done a good job with that. We've had some breakdowns here and there, but for the most part, we've controlled it.
Coach, thank you. Guys, the faster, the better for this group.
All right, Doris, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow here on 2K Sports.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
It's Wednesday night at the 2K Sports Studio, and this is the halftime report. The Milwaukee Bucks have the lead against New Orleans. One look at their field goal percentage says it all. They're scoring at will. Through 2 quarters, O.J. Mayo's in complete control. He's got 13 points, and it's been bombs away from outside. And for the Pelicans, they're still gutting it out. Their three-point shooting has been nowhere to be found. It's really hurt them offensively. That's why they're behind. Q has been outstanding. He has 11 points and has kept everyone else involved, piling up the assists. And that'll be all for now. Thanks so much for joining us. The third quarter, just about to get underway.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.